Welcome everyone, I'm Natalia Martin with Align 45. Thank you for joining me for tonight's guided meditation and Reiki-infused sound bath for the full moon eclipse in Libra. This is happening on March 25th. You can use the energy of this eclipse a few days before, about 3 days after, so feel free to come back to this recording as you see fit. A full moon eclipse happens when the Earth passes between the sun and the moon, casting a shadow onto the moon's surface. This can be seen to represent shadow aspects of ourselves coming to light, and it allows us to identify them more clearly and to release them for our highest good. Eclipses are often a time of sudden changes, new information coming to light, new paths opening, and all sorts of truths being revealed to you. This particular eclipse occurs on the Aries and Libra axis, so there are themes about autonomy, partnerships with others, independence, and harmony. The Aries energy invites us to celebrate personal freedom, while the Libra energy is encouraging us to seek harmony and balance. Again, intense emotions, intense actions, all sorts of things can happen during an eclipse, so be ready. And rather than fearing these changes, look at it as an opportunity to transform and create positive change in your life, because that is the direction that the universe is moving you in. So I'd like you to just think about this as an energetic push, an opportunity to have these truths revealed to you and to release old patterns that may be holding you back. If you cling to things that no longer serve you, it ultimately results in frustration and misalignment, even if it does seem comfortable at the time. Libra is represented by the planet Venus, the planet of love and beauty. Libra energy also represents patience and a willingness to understand things from other people's perspectives. But when we do this, it's always important to hold your own boundaries and not to get caught up in other people's energy and then start to lose what it is you hold true in your soul. So this is an opportunity to look at all of your relationships and the boundaries that you have within those relationships. Are there areas where you need to have more balance in those relationships, or perhaps more boundaries? And when you are looking at these relationships, use the power of that Aries energy, that strong sense of self and independence that knows the truth of your soul. Also know what it is that you require from those relationships. In any of your current relationships, are there areas where you can compromise a bit more? Perhaps loosen some of your current boundaries? And it may be that some of your current relationships cannot be supported by these decisions. So it may be a time to let go of some of those relationships. Maybe forgiveness needs to enter into some of them. Are there areas you're holding on to resentment, which are creating an imbalance? Do you need to forgive yourself? If this eclipse season does push you towards realization that you do need to release some relationships, it's important to remember what those relationships have taught you and those experiences that did expand you. Once again, we are working with the Aries and Libra energy. So the moon and the south node are in Libra, and the sun and the north node are in Aries. So Aries is bold, independent, action-oriented. It's about trusting your instincts and being self-reliant. On that other end of the axis, we have Libra, which is all about that peace, harmony, partnership, and co-creation. So the challenge here is to maintain your sense of self, yet gain those benefits of being in harmonious relationships with others that feel balanced and true. So it helps us to look at the lower vibrations of each of these energies to help identify things that we can let go of at this time. So your thoughts now may bring in any imbalances that may occur. So for example, with Libra, with this ability to take on other people's perspectives, to always seek harmony, to have that compassion, it can also result in lower vibrations of being indecisive, perhaps a bit stubborn, or losing one's sense of self a bit. So if you find yourself in those lower vibrations of Libra, think about what you can do to transform those lower vibrations into the higher vibrations of Libra. And usually that involves taking some of that Aries energy and focusing a bit more on the self and those strong boundaries before you can start to connect with others in a solid way. Looking at the Aries energy, while that sense of independence can be a wonderful thing, it can also result in selfishness and in childishness. So if you find yourself on that end of the spectrum, look at how you can use some of that Libra energy a bit more to create a harmonious balance, to soften some of those boundaries, to take on some of those other people's perspectives. So think about where you may be out of alignment in certain relationships, what changes you might want to make to create a more harmonious environment. This is an opportunity to release imbalances or unhealthy dynamics. And we will go into that a little bit in our guided meditation. After that guided meditation, I will move you into the sound bath, and at the end of that sound bath, I will bring you back. So if you do have those headphones, want those in, this is best experienced laying down, but find whatever position is most comfortable to you. If this is your first sound bath, know that all sound baths are different. You'll hear pleasant sounds, you may hear unpleasant sounds. You may find that certain emotions, colors, bits of knowing come in. All you need to do is simply receive those sounds, and whatever comes up, let that just float on by without judgment. So take a moment here to get settled, laying down. Close your eyes. Start to deepen your breath. A little bit longer on the inhales and the exhales. Feel the weight of your body against the mat or the floor. Notice how that earth is supporting you. Now I'd like you to inhale for a count of 4, holding the breath for a count of 4, slowly releasing that breath for a count of 4. Continue that for a few more cycles. Noticing the rise and the fall of the belly. Returning to your natural breath. Each time you exhale, I'd like you to think about releasing any tension, any stress that your body is holding on to. Releasing any running thoughts through the mind that you've picked up through the day. Creating a bit more space between the ears and the shoulders. Sending your attention to the base of your spine. I'd like you to imagine thick roots traveling down from the base of your spine, right down to the core of the earth. Once you've reached the core of the earth, I'd like you to wrap those roots around the center of the earth 3 times. And then start to move that energy, those roots, back up towards the surface of the earth. Pulling in all the nutrients of the earth, the soil, earth's supporting energy, stability. Bringing that right back to the base of your spine. Once you're at the base of that spine, I would like you to imagine a bright white light. Give it some warmth. I'd like you to move that light up through the spine, up the torso, the shoulders, the neck, right up the crown of the head. And allow that energy to radiate up out of the head, expanding into the universe. And I'd like you to bring that light back in, drawing it in through the crown of the head, allowing that light to travel down the neck, the shoulders, the arms, the hands. The light continues down the torso, through the hips, the thighs, the knees, the calves, down through the feet, and once again that light bringing it down to the core of the earth. You can now visualize, feel, sense, or intend that light connecting you now from above and below. Take a few deep breaths in and out. We're going to be moving through the chakras. We're going to start with the root chakra at the base of your spine. So send your attention, your energy to the base of your spine. Feel, sense, or intend a bright red light spinning, radiating bright red light outwards into the universe. I'd like you now to think of something red that brings you a sense of joy, a sense of comfort. It can be an object, a smell, a song, an image, whatever comes to mind that brings you comfort, and breathe that in. As you exhale, that red light expands outwards in all directions. Moving up to the sacral chakra, a couple inches above that tailbone, just below the navel. This is represented by the color orange. This represents creativity, feelings. Think of something orange that brings you joy. Breathing in whatever it is that brings you joy. Exhaling a bright, radiant orange outwards in all directions. Moving up a few inches to the solar plexus chakra. This is represented by the color yellow. Breathing in the color yellow. Exhaling the color yellow. Thinking of something yellow that brings you happiness and joy, something that elevates your sense of being. Moving to the heart chakra. This is represented by the color green. Breathing in a deep emerald green. Exhaling a deep emerald green. Thinking of something that brings you joy, that makes your heart expand, something that is green. Maybe a shiny green apple, mint chocolate chip ice cream, the gem. Radiating out the color green in all directions. And moving up to the throat chakra. This is represented by the color blue. Feeling that throat space expand. Feel, sense, or intend something blue. Brings you happiness, brings you joy, raises your vibration. Next we have the third eye. This is the space between the eyebrows. This is represented by the color indigo. Sending your attention to that space between the eyebrows. Something the color indigo. Something that brings a smile to your face. Something that brings you happiness. Anything at all. Breathing in the color indigo, and as you exhale that color, it expands outwards. Maybe it's even sparkling. And then we're moving up to the crown of the head, hovering just above the head. We have violet. Feel, sense, or intend something violet. Something that lights you up. Feel that color, that energy radiating upwards and outwards in all directions. Taking a few more deep breaths in and out here. Now I want you to just notice all of those chakras shining, spinning brightly, one at a time. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet. Notice all of them stacked one on top of another now. Bright and clear. Keeping these chakra colors shining brightly as you breathe in and out naturally now. I have a few questions for you. You're welcome to journal on them after the sound bath as well, or at any time during this eclipse. As I mentioned, the Libra traits. It's about beauty. It's about connection with others. Harmonious, balanced relationships. The ability to take on the perspectives of many at one time. Which one of these traits is it that you possess that you're proud of? Are there any that you feel you can amplify and bring to your relationships to bring them into better alignment? I spoke about the lower vibrations of Libra, which can manifest as indecisiveness, people-pleasing, or hiding feelings for the sake of others. Do you notice any of these qualities in yourself, in those relationships? And that maybe it's time to shift those. Use the energy of this eclipse to help transform. Simply notice what's coming up. Approach it with curiosity and know that whatever is coming up is for your highest good. And ultimately it is up to you. You have your free will if you choose to shift any imbalances. Taking the focus then to that opposite axis of Libra, we have Aries. Again, the Aries, higher vibrations. It's about self-sufficiency, quick action, a fiery energy. Where are you proud of having those traits? Can you amplify those? Are there any areas where that could be beneficial to relationships, of having strong boundaries, of having a strong sense of self, a strong sense of freedom? Moving to the lower vibrations of Aries, when Aries can come across as selfish, childish, or overly independent to a point where it can negatively affect relationships, causing disharmony or imbalance. Do you notice yourself bringing any of those qualities to your relationships? And is that an opportunity where you can shift some of that, come a bit more into the higher vibrations of Aries, incorporate some of that Libra energy in there? Again, this is really a time not to look upon anything that comes up with judgment, but as an opportunity. Libra is represented by scales. Now I'd like you to either imagine a scale or imagine that you are using your palms as a scale, whichever resonates most with you at this moment. And I want this scale to represent a close relationship you have. It could be a family member, a friendship, a romantic relationship, a work relationship, a close relationship that comes to mind. This is your scale. While honoring your personal boundaries, I'd like to think about how you can foster this relationship. Thinking about what your needs are, how you meet your own needs. So that's more of the Aries energy. You can have that in one palm. Then in the other palm, it's the harmony, the balance, the understanding other perspectives, and the love. I'd like you to just play with that energy. And within this close relationship, do you feel that sense of balance? Are your boundaries too strong or perhaps not strong enough? Do you have too much compassion or not enough? Are you overly independent or perhaps too people-pleasing in this close relationship? And as you're trying to balance these scales, think about what you might need to release and where, knowing that the energy of this full moon eclipse will help you to both identify and release those things. You are supported. And take about another 30 seconds here. Feel free to come back to this at any point. Again, you can journal on it at a later time. And now I would like you to think of a newer relationship in your life. And the same thing with those scales, those palms. The scale is represented by this new relationship in your life. Again, it can be a romantic relationship, a new friendship, new job relationship. You have the Aries energy in one palm or on one side of the scale, the Libra on the other. You've got that independent, quick, fiery, more self-focused energy on one side of Aries, and on the other side, the equilibrium, the harmony, the balance of Libra. Knowing the higher and lower vibrations of both those energies. How are your scales? Where are your opportunities to create more balance? Where you honor your own boundaries, as well as fostering the relationship. What needs to shift? What needs to be released? We'll take about another 30 seconds. Coming back to your breath. As we move into the sound bath, I would like you to set an intention for the sound bath. It can be an intention you've been working with, or perhaps something that has come up during this guided meditation. The intention could be to invite more love into your life, to release something specific. It could be to make a general shift in your life, whatever comes to your mind at that moment. And once you have that intention, I would like you to say it silently in your mind 3 times. Make any adjustments you need to be most comfortable. Once again, I will bring you back at the end of the sound bath. Start to deepen your breath. A little bit longer on the inhales, the exhales. Bringing yourself back into your body slowly, wiggling the fingers, the toes. Rotating the wrists, the ankles, both directions. Stretch the arms up over the head, find the length of the body. Hug your right knee into your chest. Take that knee across the body, get a little twist, and look to the right. Slowly coming back to the center, release that knee, hugging in the left knee, bringing it across the body, looking to the left. Go ahead and come on to one side. I'd like you to come back to the intention you set at the beginning of the sound bath. Repeat it silently in your mind one more time. Knowing that the universe supports all intentions that are for your highest good. Feel free to stay laying on your side for as long as you'd like. Whenever you're ready, you can come back to that seated position. Sound baths can shake up a lot of things. Be sure to drink a lot of water. Pay attention to any synchronicities, any knowings that you get over the next few days. Again, know that this full moon eclipse in Libra energy can be sudden. All sorts of things can happen. Just know that it's all to move you for your highest good in the right direction. I'm here every new moon and every full moon. Look forward to having you visit once again, and please like, subscribe, and comment if this comment resonates with you. Feel free to check me out on Instagram as well. Thank you so much.